The sun rose slowly, casting a soft glow over the construction site where Jerry, a foreman with years of experience, began his day. He was surrounded by his crew, each member skilled in their craft, ready to tackle the ambitious project of building a community center. Just as they were preparing for a productive morning, a loud, terrifying sound echoed through the air. It was the noise of steel bending and concrete breaking, a horrifying reminder of the dangers of construction. Jerry's instincts kicked in. He yelled for everyone to evacuate quickly. The scene turned chaotic as dust and debris filled the air. Jerry moved swiftly, ensuring each worker found safety. Among the noise and confusion, he felt a surge of responsibility to protect his team, a feeling that had driven him throughout his career. Amidst the chaos, he didn't yet realize how this moment would change his life forever. At that same moment, Sophia was on her way to school, carrying boxes filled with art supplies for her students. She often volunteered to make their learning experiences richer, but today, fate had other plans. As she approached the site, she felt the ground shake beneath her feet. The world seemed to tilt as she turned to see the building collapsing before her eyes. The sight was surreal, huge slabs of concrete falling like giant dominoes, sending a cloud of dust and panic into the air. Sophia's heart raced as she instinctively ducked behind a nearby car, fear gripping her. Though she was physically unharmed, the emotional toll was immediate. She felt a mix of dread and urgency, knowing she had to help. Later, as she learned of the casualties and injuries, she felt a profound sense of sorrow, understanding that her community was forever changed. In the following days, as the dust settled and the reality of the disaster sank in, both Jerry and Sophia found themselves drawn to the recovery efforts. Jerry, as the foreman, coordinated the rebuilding process, focusing on safety and community needs. He spent long hours at the site, working alongside his crew, determined to restore what had been lost. Sophia, meanwhile, organized educational programs for the children affected by the collapse. She was passionate about creating safe spaces for them to express their feelings and fears. As they both volunteered, they crossed paths frequently, each aware of the other's commitment. In their shared labor, they began to connect, sharing glances and small conversations that hinted at something deeper. The weight of their experiences drew them together, and they quickly found solace in each other's company amid the overwhelming challenges they faced. Their friendship blossomed during these moments of shared purpose. One evening, after a long day of work, Jerry found Sophia sitting on a bench in the park, looking exhausted but hopeful. He joined her, and they began to talk about their lives before the disaster. Jerry shared stories from his childhood, revealing how he had grown up in a working-class neighborhood, learning the value of hard work and resilience. Sophia listened intently, fascinated by his determination and strength. In turn, she opened up about her dreams of becoming a teacher and how she longed to inspire her students. They found joy in these conversations, each one revealing more about the other. They were two people from different worlds, yet their experiences created a bridge between them. As the sun set behind the trees, casting golden light across their faces, they both felt a sense of comfort in their new bond. As weeks turned into months, the community began to heal, but the memories of the collapse lingered. Jerry and Sophia continued to support one another, their friendship deepening with each encounter. One afternoon, as they were cleaning up after a community event, Jerry finally mustered the courage to express his feelings. "Sophia, I really appreciate everything you do. You make me believe that we can create something beautiful out of all this destruction," he said, his voice filled with sincerity. Sophia smiled, her heart warming at his words. She felt a rush of emotion, realizing how much Jerry had come to mean to her. They both shared a vision of hope, looking beyond the rubble to see a future filled with possibility. Their discussions turned more personal, filled with laughter and mutual understanding. This emotional connection was new for both of them, and they savored every moment of it. One evening, they decided to go out for dinner to celebrate the progress they had made in the community. They chose a small diner known for its cozy atmosphere and comfort food. As they sat in a red vinyl booth, the air filled with the scent of fried food and the sound of old rock and roll playing softly in the background, they relaxed for the first time in a while. Jerry shared funny stories from the construction site, while Sophia spoke about her students and their antics. They laughed freely, enjoying the simple pleasure of each other's company. Jerry looked at Sophia, noticing how her eyes sparkled with passion as she talked. He felt an urge to protect that light, to keep it shining bright. Sophia, in turn, admired Jerry's dedication to his work and the way he inspired those around him. They both realized that their friendship was not just a comfort, it was something vital, something they both needed. As they left the diner, the evening air was crisp, and the stars twinkled above them. Jerry turned to Sophia, feeling a surge of emotion as he contemplated the depth of their connection. "You know, I never expected to find someone who understands me like you do," he admitted, a hint of vulnerability in his voice. Sophia paused, surprised by the weight of his words. She had felt the same way but hadn't yet found the courage to voice it. "I feel the same, Jerry. You've helped me see the strength in myself, especially after everything we've been through," she replied, her tone earnest. It was a pivotal moment, a turning point that neither of them had anticipated. The unspoken bond between them grew stronger, and they both knew that their feelings had evolved beyond friendship. This realization lingered in the air, charged with possibility, as they walked side by side under the starlit sky. As time went on, they became inseparable, tackling challenges together. They organized community workshops, blending their strengths, Jerry's practical knowledge of construction with Sophia's teaching skills. They created safe spaces for children to learn and express their feelings, ensuring the next generation could find joy and hope amidst adversity. The laughter of children became a melody that filled their days, reinforcing the importance of their work. With every project they completed, Jerry and Sophia felt a sense of accomplishment that went beyond physical structures. They were building relationships, fostering resilience, and transforming their community. Each day was a new adventure, filled with moments that deepened their bond. They celebrated small victories, like a child's smile or a successful event, knowing they were creating lasting change together. Eventually, the community center was completed, standing tall as a testament to their hard work and determination. The opening ceremony was a joyous occasion, filled with laughter and the chatter of excited children. Jerry and Sophia stood side by side, watching as families gathered to celebrate. They shared proud smiles, knowing they had contributed to something meaningful. As speeches were made and the ribbon was cut, they felt a rush of emotion wash over them. This center was not just a building, it symbolized hope, healing, and new beginnings. It represented everything they had fought for together. In that moment, they turned to each other, their eyes filled with understanding. They had built something extraordinary, not just for the community but for themselves. Their friendship had become a partnership, a foundation for a love that would continue to grow. With the community center thriving, Jerry and Sophia's lives began to intertwine even more deeply. They spent weekends volunteering, planning activities, and engaging with the families they had come to know. Their friendship blossomed into love, a natural evolution born from shared experiences and mutual respect. Jerry found himself drawn to Sophia's kindness and strength, while she admired his unwavering dedication and passion. They began to envision a future together, discussing dreams that extended beyond the immediate recovery of their community. As they spent time with each other, they talked about travel, education, and the kind of life they wanted to create. Every moment felt like a step forward, building upon the foundation they had laid together. They realized that the connection they had forged through adversity was a powerful force that would guide them through whatever challenges lay ahead. In the heart of the community they had helped to rebuild, Jerry and Sophia discovered not only the importance of friendship but the beauty of love that flourished in its wake. Their shared experiences had taught them resilience, compassion, and the power of human connection. They had faced the darkness together and emerged stronger, more united than ever. As they walked hand in hand through the bustling streets filled with laughter and life, they knew they had created something special. Their journey had begun in the midst of tragedy, but it had transformed into a story of hope and renewal. Jerry and Sophia became symbols of strength, reminding everyone that even in the face of destruction, love could be built anew. Together, they looked forward to a bright future, ready to tackle whatever challenges came their way, side by side, as partners in life and love.